For starters, this took place exactly a week ago. I was staying in a hotel for a couple of days due to some personal problems. Anyway, this particular day, me and one of my close friends decided to hang out after he got off work, which was around 10 PM. The distance from his house to the hotel I was staying at was no more than a 5-minute walk. Literally walked 2 blocks down, 2 houses on the right, and yeah, you're there. This will be important for later on in the story. So 10 PM came and he tells me to come over. I walked there and got to his house. We smoked some blunts and hit the wax off the bong. We played some video games, listened to music, and smoked the night away. Once 1:30 AM hit, I told my friend I really should be going, since I had business to handle in the morning. He was clearly understanding about it and asked if I wanted him to walk halfway with me. I declined the offer, since it was only about a 5-minute walk. He walked me to his backyard gate, and from there, he opened the gate and we said our goodbyes. I started to head home. This area isn't so bad, but also isn't good. Basically the borderline of bad and good side of the city. Plus, the streets are beyond lonely at this time of night. There are hardly any street lights in this specific street. So I'm on this street, turning onto the next street which leads straight to the hotel. As I'm walking down the street, I suddenly get spooked off guard by a car engine that was parked right next to me. The engine was so loud, I'm sure it had to wake someone up. I started walking a little faster now. The car suddenly, with tyres screeching and all, full throttle reverses and does a U-turn. I'm shocked at this point because I don't know what to think. I'm stoned to the bone, walking home, and I'm trying my best not to let my anxiety and paranoia take over me. I tried my best to play it cool, as if I wasn't fazed. But what happened next is when I lost it. The person in the car with their lights on pulls down the window and yells at me, "Hey, you, where you heading?" I look back and what I saw were 2 people wearing clown masks. One of them showed me a knife while the other one just stared at me. I booked it. I heard the guy screaming, saying to stop or I'll die, but I did not care. I just ran until I got to the hotel. Once I reached the hotel, the car was still chasing me into the parking lot. I opened the doors to the hotel, and as soon as I did, I heard car doors open. I quickly got inside and clicked the elevator, and to my unfortunate self, it wasn't on the base floor, meaning it would take at least 40 seconds for it to come down. I had to think quick. I was at the lobby. The lobby had a diner patio type of thing where it was restricted due to COVID. I dove into that section and hid behind a plant and tree. This is literally 10 feet away from the elevator. As I'm hiding there, gathering my thoughts together, I hear the hotel doors open. 2 pairs of footsteps can be heard loud and clear. I heard one of the guys say, "He can't be far, he has to be here." Which the other responded, "We should just book it. We know where he stays, we could just get him some other time." The first guy then says, "Come on man, we needed to get that one guy, that's it." Then, they heard the manager talk on the microphone, and the next couple of words is what relieved me. "You two better leave, the cops are on their way, we have footage of all of this. You two are pretty stupid." With that, they both stormed out and I heard a car screech and zoom away. The manager then comes out of the front desk office area and comes to where I am. He asks if I'm okay, if anything happened to me, and I said no. Police did come the following morning and asked me questions. I'm familiar with the car. The car was a 2019 Dodge Challenger, black on black with tints on all windows. The cops then told me if I'm 100% sure because this car is linked to a murder 40 minutes away. Unfortunately, a woman was kidnapped and found dead by the train station. The witnesses claim seeing this car right before the incident was reported. That news definitely shook me to my core. They told me they would keep me updated, but I never got any follow-up. Now, do I think that same thing could have happened to me on that lonely 2 AM night? I don't know, but I'd rather not know. I'd like to think I had a guardian angel that night, and to be honest, I sort of did, in the form of the hotel manager. And for those two people who chased me in their car, let's never meet again. I remember this story vividly, and so does my mum, because it was by far the scariest story of my life. For some context, I was around 9 to 10 years old at the time this happened, and I live in quite a safe suburban neighbourhood. One day in the summer, my mum was working and doing some things around the house. She probably wanted me out her way, so suggested I go play outside in the front yard. This wasn't unusual, as I'd done this countless times before, and like I mentioned earlier, I lived in quite a safe neighbourhood, so kids were out all the time. Anyway, my mum would come out every 15 to 20 minutes to check on me. My dad was not home at this time. While I was doing whatever a 9 to 10 year old does outside in summer, a car pulled up in front of my house and a woman stepped out. She was nicely dressed, business attire, and was driving a black car, which I now know resembles a Mercedes. She walks over to me while I'm playing, and the conversation goes a bit like this. The stranger says, "Hi, your mum called me earlier to tell me I'm picking you up and babysitting you today. She said she has a lot of work to do." I reply with, "Oh really? Who are you?" She said that she worked with my mum. I told the woman that I'm going inside to tell her you're here, to which she quickly responds with, no need, we already talked about it," as she proceeds to walk towards me with her arms out. I run inside while she yells, "Stop, I have candy and toys at my house, you'll have so much fun." When I got inside, I told my mum what the lady said and that she was here. My mum obviously shot up and ran outside. Unfortunately though, by the time my mum got outside, the lady was already driving off down our street. I've never seen that woman or that car since, and to be honest, I really hope I never do.